Are you worried about being unfairly banned? Have you heard horror stories of people on Reddit doing a little bit of farming and getting their accounts permanently destroyed? Well, fear no more, for iFarts Gaming have composed 10 tips to avoid the infamous Blizzard Classic WoW ban hammer. This video will be composed into 2 parts, so I'd suggest not playing WoW until part 2 comes out. Number 1. Don't loot mobs. Now I know what you're thinking, I can't play WoW without looting mobs, and maybe you're right. But you also can't play WoW when your account has been banned, can you? Yes, that's right, you need to avoid looting mobs. This is actually a common misconception that players have about World of Warcraft in general. It's quite simple really, looting mobs is the same as stealing from an NPC. This is not okay morally, and Blizzard has taken a strong stance on this fact. Of course, you can go about looting mobs if you really want to, and Blizzard only really cracks down on these people if they try to sell this loot to other players. But still, do you really want to be that guy that steals from a corpse? Number 2. Don't do dungeons with someone you haven't known for at least 13 years. Yep, you can actually see this on the Blizzard terms and agreements when you created your World of Warcraft account. This is to create a safe space in World of Warcraft and reduce the chances of unknowingly joining a boosting group or stopping someone who was recently boosted being in your group. Sorry little bro, you gotta wait a few more months before I can really trust you in my Deadmines run, you potential foreign gold farming mole. Number 3. Don't use abilities on the opposing faction. This one's come under scrutiny a lot recently, especially on PvP realms. Blizzard themselves have stated in a recent blue post on MMO Champion that we have no clue where players got the idea from, in regard to attacking members of the opposite faction. It's disgraceful, and it isn't in the spirit of the game. When I set out to create World of Warcraft 28 years ago, it was meant to be an exploration game. The idea to include 2 factions that spoke separate languages was the driving force of the story, as you were meant to work together despite your differences. I expected and fully intended for players to learn and teach the opposite languages through the diplomacy profession, quite early on in the game. Number 4. Don't use a trackpad to play WoW. Number 5. Don't use the auction house. This ties in quite heavily with tip number 1. The auction house's original purpose was for the NPCs to buy and sell trade materials for their quest rewards. As there is a finite amount of resources in Azeroth, it made sense to program a trading system between NPCs, that items could be scrapped or crafted between them for quest rewards. This was until halfway through the Burning Crusade when some pesky players managed to clip through the door into the Stormwind auction house and discovered this was happening. Eventually, word spread and more auction houses were found in each capital city. Blizzard went on a ban rampage to stop players from defiling this perfect system the NPCs had going. But it was too late, with most auction house doors being brute forced by auto-running players. The code holding the doors snapped into at least 3 pieces and created the entrances we know all too well today. Thanks for watching guys, remember to subscribe and wait for my next video, otherwise you will get banned. Bye.